As the philosopher Noddy Holder famously observed, it's Christmas. So why not come in and join me for a festive Monday Matters right here on Gary's Stuff. Hi, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today, indeed, is Monday Matters. Now, in this festive special, I'm taking a break from the usual format. There's just a bit I want to talk about the channel, much as His Majesty the King will later discuss the nation and the Commonwealth on the television. I thought I'd chat about the channel and how things have gone, what's been happening. A quick look on my bench of what I've been up to over the year. And then, of course, instead of Kit of the Week, I'll be talking about Kits of the Week, the future, what I'll be doing on the channel. All these bits will come as chapters, so you can hop backwards and forwards as your heart desires. If you like what you see today, and I really hope you do, please do give it the old imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. If you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell and you'll be notified of all my future content at no cost to you. And if you'd like to make a more concrete contribution to the channel, you can do that through Super Thanks, by becoming a channel member, or by using any of my online partner programs. Now, on the subject of support, I just wanted to thank a few people here. First of you, anyone who's offered any support to the channel of any description over the year, thank you so very much. Now, it's manifested in many, many different ways. Obviously, there's people who provide financial support. They do it through Patreon, through Buy Me a Coffee, through Ko-fi, through Super Thanks, and by being channel members. All of that is enormously gratefully received. Let me tell you, it enables me to do this. It makes it a viable option for me to do this, to provide this content as essentially my full-time occupation. It buys all of the paints, it buys the brushes, and all sorts of things. You know, your model makers, you know, making models is not a cheap business sometimes, and it provides everything coming in. Also, the people who have donated models to me over the year, it's astonishing to me that I'll be chatting about something and then quite randomly someone will just pop up online and just say, look, I've got one of those in the stash, give me your address, I'll send it to you, and there it pops up. Hugely grateful to these things. It means I've got a huge stash of things up there to build, but it also gives me inspiration for things to build as I go through the year, and it's very, very kind of you to do that. There are also people I wanted to mention in particular with this regard, Mystery Box Nick, whose kits are occasionally scary, sometimes funny, but always enjoyable to make. He just has the most bizarre sense of humour of what he thinks I'll find funny. And it's actually quite true at most of the time. He's come up with some really amazing kits this year for me to build. Thank you so much, Nick. And also Simon, who has started the Simon's Matchbox Challenge. The first kit of which was the Hawker Hunter. You'd have seen me do the reveal in the week. What a great idea, and I'm so looking forward to A, to building the Hunter, and B, to more Matchbox kits in the future. You two guys are incredible. Also, I need to thank some companies like AIRFIX and ICM and GAAHLERI, the airbrush people, for their very generous support of the channel in providing content through for providing kits for me to make and things like that, and the GAAHLERI providing airbrushes for me to review and indeed to use. But also, all three of them have been really helpful with background information. So I see something, or someone send me a question online, so I wonder why they do that. I'll ask, and they'll provide an answer. They'll get in touch with the designer, or they'll get in touch with production and say, well, why is it done this way? And they'll let me know. They also provide a bit of background information as well, occasionally off camera, off the record, which helps me understand things a bit better about the industry, and which means I can provide better content to you. So they're very open, very honest people, and very, very helpful. So all of you, thanks so very much. I'm also very grateful to all of you who provide the feedback in your comments, the words of encouragement and support that sort of keep going. You know, making these videos can be quite an isolated process. This is very much a one-way medium at the moment, and you know, your comments coming back saying, yeah, that's really good, but also your comments for suggestions, for ideas, for improvements, corrections. All of that helps make the channel a better place. So it comes almost exclusively from a very, very good place. And you don't have people in their hordes saying, oh, you shouldn't have done it this way. I've always done it this way because I know what I'm doing. It's always been more, you know, that was all very nice. But you know what? What I found worked really well. I did this last year and I made this and did this. And I found that really worked. Maybe that will help. It's presented in really kind and generous terms. Most especially, I have to say, on the Facebook group, Gary's Friends Stuff. If you haven't checked out, if you do Facebook, I know a lot of you don't do Facebook. If you do, check out Gary's Friends Stuff. Join the group. It's an amazingly friendly, supportive and helpful place. It's a community that's developing. And I'm really, really grateful to all of you who have taken part in that. You know, we have the group builds. That becomes a kind of the hub of the group builds, even though you can do it through Instagram and X and by emailing me your pictures. It's also building quite some momentum on Facebook as well, which is brilliant. We're way over 500 members now of the group, and it's growing. And as I say, it's still a very supportive and friendly and happy, helpful place. And that's what I want, because it's part of a community. It's being part of the community of model making, which is what it should be. We can all learn from each other. We can all learn from each other's mistakes. We can all learn from each other's experience, and to be able to give that experience and receive that experience in a good spirit is exactly what I want this whole thing, this whole channel to be about. So thank you all for making that happen. Two people very particularly I want to mention. First is a guy called Crazy Loader. He goes by the name of Crazy Loader. It's not his real name. You won't be surprised to hear. You'll have seen his name absolutely everywhere. As much as Jake and Elwood Blues appear on the police traffic computer like a rash in the Blues Brothers, Crazy Loader appears absolutely everywhere on YouTube channels like this. He appears there because he's an amazing supporter, he's an amazing inspiration, he's an amazing helper of a lot of us who make YouTube content, not just me, but a lot of people. You see the YouTube content, Crazy Loader is in some way supporting them. I mean, lots of them. It gives his time completely without any demands. And it's not just every now and again he'll say, I'll get yourself that, I'll pay for it, and I'll ping you over the money, which is very generous and very lovely. But it's also, I was watching this video the other day by this guy, and you know, I think that could really help your channel in the way you do this or the way you present things. Right? It's all about development. It's about he absorbs so much YouTube content, but he analyzes it. He looks at things and sees how that can help other people. So one day he'll email one of the other guys and say, "Yeah, I know you're doing that. This guy's doing something similar. Why don't you check out what they're doing, and maybe they can help you or give you some ideas." He does it with me constantly. The reason why I've got a green screen, he put me onto a guy, Roberto Blake's content. It's nothing to do with model making. It's about YouTubing. And he shoots everything in front of the green screen. And I thought, I should do that. Got a green screen. Hey, presto, I've got the museum backgrounds or the stash backgrounds or whatever background I feel like putting in. I just think it makes it look cool. So it's lots of stuff like that, but he does it constantly. You know, a week doesn't go by without 3 or 4 bits of hints and suggestions, or even just watched that. That was really cool. Well done. So whatever it is. And he does this, as I say, with a lot of people. So Crazy Loader, thank you so very much, my friend. He's a modest man. He will hate me for having said this. But, dude, thank you so much. The other person I want to thank, of course, is my dear wife, Maria, for indulging me, for doing all of this, for understanding there are days when I really can't do anything in the house. Monday Matters needs to be done on a Sunday. Now, it doesn't matter whether the washing line needs fixing or there's something making an odd noise in the car, whatever it is. Maria just lets Sunday is Monday Matters production. When it's finished, then I can address all these other things all the way through the rest of the week, which gives me so much time and support in producing these videos, and even allowed me to change this room here, which used to be our spare bedroom, into my workshop and studio space. So, Maria, thank you so very much, my darling. Okay, enough of the thanks for the moment. Let's crack on with having a look at what this year has brought me on my bench. I think it's fair to say that 2023 has been something of a busy year. I've made 54 kits so far completed this year. I've published 276 videos, or 277 videos, including this one. The channel has attracted an extra 5,500 subscribers, which is fantastic. And just got a notification the other day that since the channel started 2.5 years ago, we've had 2.5 million views. That's 1 million views a year. That is frankly insane. I'm just so excited by numbers like that. 1 million people, 1 million views anyway, a year is astonishing. I'm not going to talk much about the kits I've made this year, only because on New Year's Day, there will be the annual awards video. Now, there will be some mentions of some of the kits I've really enjoyed making, but for various reasons haven't quite reached the top level of the awards. There will be 1 or 2 kits that I really wish I hadn't bothered making, no doubt. There will be an award for the best design kit of the year, so the best actual thing that you can buy without any other criteria. But my top 3 kits of the year will be there because of a whole range of reasons, whether they were fun to build, they were provided a challenge that I met that I was really proud of, maybe things that you guys have enjoyed watching as well. There will be announcements of the top 3. I think you're going to be really surprised at the one I've chosen as my kit of the year. All of that happens on New Year's Day. Do make sure you watch, because also there will be a giveaway of a GAAHLERI airbrush. Details of how that happens will be during the video, so do watch. Anyway, much like Janus, the Roman god of transitions and doorways, while we look back, we must also look forward to the kits of the week. Next year, the kit of the week will be a simpler proposition than it has turned into recently. It'll be more the way it started off. It will be a kit of the week. There'll be kits that can be completed within the week without that much massive effort, which allows time in the background to do other kits as well. So there will be a kit of the week that punctuates the course of the year, because I find that really helpful to do that. But I'm not giving up on the larger kits. What often happens is I've got 3 or 4 kits on the go at once. So, for example, I'll prime the wings of one kit that need doing, and that's got to sit there and that's got to cure. So in the meantime, I'll maybe do some filling work on another kit, maybe do some construction of something else. There's all these things. I have 3 or 4 kits on the go at once. So whilst there'll be one kit of the week, which is by its nature a bit simpler, smaller, easier to achieve, then the larger kits, the high ticket kits, will still be in production in the background, and the videos will still keep coming. There will also be a large number of videos that are just simple box openings. The reason is, people at ICM, for example, send me kits that, they send me the new Cossack 2, the one in the Ukrainian army version. There's a Marine version, and the National Guard version is coming out very soon. They're sending me one. It doesn't change. It's not that much different to the one I've already built just a month or 2 back. So there's no point in me spending a load of time building it. But you may well be thinking of buying it. I've got one. I'll show you what's inside and show you what the differences are between the one I've built and the one that's coming in. If there's a large difference, I'll probably build it. If it's very similar, apart from maybe the odd window is different or the decals are different or whatever, I'll still do the box opening, because if you're thinking of buying it, it's information, but I don't necessarily need to actually build it. However, things that you guys send me, things that my supporters send me, I will build for the channel. So there's a lot of things up on the stash there that have come in from wonderful supporters, not least of which people like Mystery Box Nick, of course, and now Simon of the Matchbox Challenge. All of these will be built during the year. It may not be immediately, so if you send me something, it won't necessarily appear that week, but they will appear on my channel. If you've taken the trouble to send them to me, I'll take the trouble to make a video of them, even if it means something else gets dropped out of the way. That's not a problem. So, other things that are constants on the channel, there will be more reviews of products, obviously, airbrushes and paints. I'm working on some paint reviews at the moment. Things like that will be coming through. There's going to be information videos, there's going to be chats, there's going to be occasions where we get to interview people in the industry, and I'll be sharing those. There will be live streams as well. I'm thinking probably around March time we're going to expand that to 2 live streams a month, because the one that I do seems very popular. Let's try it out with 2. So as well as the first Thursday of the month, I think we'll move to the 3rd Tuesday of each month. 3rd Thursday of the month, of course, is my club night at Harrow, and I can't interrupt that. So 1st Thursday and 3rd Tuesday of every month. Of course, I'll flag these up on Monday Matters as they come up, but that's something I will be doing later in the year as well. The one constant going through the year and going forward is going to be Monday Matters. That is always going to be there. It may evolve slightly over the year to add some extra content. I need to figure out how that is going to be achieved, but the news of the week, On My Bench, Kit of the Week are going to stay on Monday Matters going forward. That will not change. Do please let me know what you think about the future of the channel, what's happened, and then what we're going to be doing on the future, because you know what, your feedback is really critical to me. Without your feedback, I don't know what you're going to watch, and if you don't watch anything, then frankly, there's no point me doing it. This is there. So do please keep your comments coming back. I really, really like to hear them. Thanks for your support for the channel over the course of the year. Don't forget to come back for Mystic Mug tonight. You won't want to miss that. And do come back for more content as it appears. How are you going to know it's there? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you haven't done so already. At no cost to you. You'll get notified of all my future content. And of course, anything you see on my channel you like, please give it the old Imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. Thank you so very much for watching. However you choose to celebrate it, I wish you joy and happiness of the festive season. I'll see you on the channel again very soon, I hope. Take good care now. Goodbye.